Hey, it's Kevin. Thank you so much for coming by for the No BS social media chat. This week we're going to talk about a topic that, well, it may never affect you, but it's something I want you to keep in the back of your head just in case. And I'll be honest with you, I think it's possible, well, to affect anybody, no matter how engaged you are in social media, and more importantly, no matter what you do, well, in life. This isn't just for recording artists. This isn't just for my media friends. It's even for small businesses. We're talking about endorsements. We're talking about getting paid to use your social media influence. You know, it's funny. Social media has created a whole new brand of people. I don't know if brand is the proper word. A whole new category of people called influencers. That no matter what you do for a living, you influence other people. Sometimes they're just bloggers, and a lot of times in the fashion world, there are a lot of influencers who, when product, people get excited because, well, if that person's using it, they want to use it too. So it's very interesting that this whole, well, endorsement thing might come up. I don't know if you saw the news, and I don't know how you missed it if you follow any entertainment news over the course of the last month or so, but there was supposed to be this big concert festival, this big VIP hoity-toity concert festival in the Bahamas called the Fry Festival. And it turned out just to be a debacle. Everything that the organizers had promised didn't turn out to be that way. And more importantly, there's some fallout right now because what they did is they actually hired social media influencers. The people like the Kardashians and the Jenners and all those kind of people who are famous more for being social media influencers than they are for having really accomplished anything in life. And I'm not taking that away from them, just more than being a sports celebrity or being a music celebrity or whatever it is. And even some music celebrities that they reached out to that they paid to promote the festival ahead of time. But those people didn't properly denote that they're being paid for that. And that's the interesting thing. And we may have some very famous people getting sued because they weren't letting on that they were a paid endorser. Now, I know what you're saying. Really, like anybody's going to want me to endorse? Well, you'd be surprised. I've actually been reached out many times just for my own personal account to people because I have a decent number of Twitter followers, because I have a lot of Instagram followers, because they've seen my blogs, they've seen my podcast. And it's one thing to sponsor content. It's one thing to place an ad on my podcast page or on my blog page, or even to, well, discuss restaurants I like, places I like to go, particular brands I like. It's one thing if I just say, hey, I like Taco Bell tacos, which, by the way, they're not my favorite. I'm just mentioning them by choice. I can mention Taco Bell tacos unless they're paying me to mention Taco Bell tacos. And then you have to note that this is a paid endorsement, and there are lots of different ways to handle that. But I see people all the time. I'm connected with a lot of social media endorsers who have endorsement deals with Mercedes-Benz, and they will flag at the end of a Facebook post or an Instagram post that they are a paid endorser for Mercedes-Benz. And I think it's important that you just keep that in the back of your mind if you're a small business wanting to reach out to friends who have a good social media following to maybe endorse your company, that, well, it needs to be disclosed. And more importantly, if you're a media person, anytime you're paid to drive somebody else's car, go to a different event. Now, it's one thing. If you're going to a concert, well, it's part of your job. But it's another thing if you're promoting a particular restaurant, if you're particularly promote, again, a car dealership, an apartment complex, whatever it is. It's one thing when you're out doing a live broadcast. It's another thing when they're paying you for your influence. Likewise, too, for recording artists, who I deal with a lot of times you'll have string endorsements, you'll have musical instrument endorsements, microphone endorsements, all sorts of endorsements that tie in with the music world that need to be noted. You know, it's one thing, and you can just say, you know, I'm proud to sponsor, I'm proud to endorse, I'm proud to be sponsored by whatever these strings are, whatever this guitar company is, whatever the musical instrument is, these microphones, whatever, it doesn't matter. I think it's important, though, that everybody understands that when you talk on social media, if you're paid to promote that by somebody else, it needs to be disclosed. And especially if you've got a big following, if you're up in the Kardashian world, yes, the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, could come after you if there were problems. And we're seeing some of these celebrities who were endorsing the Fry Festival run into that at the same time. I know it may never affect you, but at least I wanted to approach the subject, keep it in the back of your mind, just in case. Because you know what? It doesn't matter if you're a famous celebrity. It doesn't matter if you're a recording artist. It doesn't matter if you're on the radio, if you're on the TV. You may have a following. Just normal people have huge followings on the internet, whether it's YouTube or Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is, or Snapchat, and people may want to reach out and find a way to connect with your followers because you share something in common. Something to think about the next time. I know it's a little bit, well, on the outside realm, but trust me, you'll be glad we had this discussion. Back next week with another No BS social media chat. NoBSSocial.com. All the videos right here all the time. Of course, we also post them up on YouTube, post them on Facebook. Again, where you found us this week, come on back and find us again next week with the No BS Social Media Chat. If you'd like to reach out and talk one-on-one, whether it's by phone, whether it's by email, whatever it is, all my contact information coming up here at the end of the video. I thank you so much for coming by. Appreciate it. We'll see you next week. Thanks.